Hello, network marketeers from all over the world. My name is Antonio Norton. Welcome to my page, Grab Your Freedom, where I daily share stories about entrepreneurship. So today I would like to share with you the story of Jacob. Jacob was a magic being that belonged to a magic village where everyone had wings. That was the reason why they were magic beings. So they had wings, which means that they could fly. It doesn't mean that they would fly. It means that they could fly. And why am I saying this? Because some of them would learn and would try and would fly. And some of them would not fly. So the village was divided into two types. One that could fly and the other that couldn't fly. So there was this tradition when everyone would reach 16 years of old, the experts, the masters of the flight wisdom, they would come to the youngsters and they would teach them how to fly. So Jacob was really anxious because it was his birthday and he was becoming 16 years old. So what happened is that he went to his master and he said, "Master, I'm ready. Please teach me how to fly." So the master said to him, "Okay, so come with me." So they went to a cliff. It was not really high, but it had some height. So they went to this cliff and the master said, "So Jacob, if you want to fly, all you have to do is reach the cliff, look into the void, jump and open your wings. And what will happen is when you will open your wings, you will have to find the right balance, the right equilibrium between the air, the wind, and your wings. You will have to try and to find the right equilibrium." That's all. And Jacob listened carefully to the wise words of the master and said, "Okay, so that's all I have to do. So what will happen if I fall?" Well, let me just see who joined. Let me see if I can see. Okay, please, when anyone joins, please give me a hello, tell me where are you from, and I will give a shout out to you. Okay, so let's continue. So what will happen is, Jacob asked to his master, "What will happen if I fall?" And the master said, "Well, if you fall, what will happen is that you will fall into the ground and you will get hurt. Maybe you will hurt your head. Maybe you will hurt your arms. Maybe you will hurt your legs. One of these things will happen, but then you will recover and you can try again, go to the cliff, open your wings and jump into the void." That's all. So Jacob went to his village again and gathered with his friends, and they were all anxious to know what the master had told him. So he started to speak with his friends. "So what did he tell? What did he tell?" And he said, "He told me to go to the cliff. You know that cliff? Go to that cliff, look into the void, jump, open my wings, and find the right equilibrium." And the friends looked at him and said, "Whoa, that's risky. Maybe that's not the best idea. Maybe you should try something else. You know that garden, there's this garden, you know what I'm talking about?" And Jacob, yeah, sure. So in this garden, there's this tree. So you go to this tree. Why don't you climb this tree and you try there? It's safer. Why don't you do that? And Jacob found a really good idea. Yeah, I guess that's what I will do. Yeah, probably I won't get hurt, you know. It's not that high. So yeah, I'm going to try that. So he was really happy because he had found, you know, an easier way to do it. So he went to the garden and he climbed the tree. And he tried to jump from the tree. He tried many times. And what happened is that every time he wanted to do it, he didn't have time to open the wings. So he would fall in the ground, fall in the ground, fall in the ground. And he hurt his head sometimes. And after the third try, he said to himself, "I'm fed up of this. I'm going to give up. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I prefer return to my life and be one of those who have wings but didn't learn to fly." So he went to his master and he was really angry, really upset. And he said, "You know, master, I tried what you told me, and it didn't work. So I don't want to do it again." And the master was really a wise guy. He knew a lot. And he was used to this kind of critics. He said, "Why don't you lead me to the place where you tried to fly?" So they went to the garden and they went to the tree. And Jacob showed him how he had done. And the master said, "You know, Jacob, if you want to fly, you need to take risks. You cannot just go to the tree and jump from there because you have not height enough. You don't have space enough to try to open your wings and to find equilibrium between the air and your wings. You need to take a higher risk or you won't learn to fly." So you have three choices. Or you go to the cliff, you take a higher risk, and maybe after a few tries, you will learn to fly. Or you can just stay here in this tree and try again and again and again and again and hurt yourself, and you won't learn to fly. And you have a third choice, which means you just go to your village, go back again to the village, and you will be one of them who didn't learn to fly, despite of having wings. So, are you ready to fly, Jacob? End of the story. So, if this story resonates with you, and if you find it valuable, if it has some meaning to you, write me, what would you do? Would you go to the cliff? Would you go to the tree? Or you would just give up on flying? Because this is what I want to tell you. And what's the meaning of this story? And why is it related with being an entrepreneur? Because we are all magic beings. We all have wings and we all want to fly. Which means we all want Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth, for your like. Please tell me where are you writing? Are you here in Lisbon? I don't know where you are. Hello, Elizabeth. I don't know if you are still there. Okay, so the thing is, why the story has to do with being an entrepreneur? Because we all have wings, which means we all want to fly. What's the meaning of fly? Fly means having financial freedom, you know, just go wherever you want to go, whenever you want to go, with who you choose to go. You know, be free. We all want to fly. But if we want to fly, we need to take risks. And what I mean by risks is we need to make investments. We need to make investments, money investments, time investments, and we need to make choices. Because if we just stay in the tree, like doing small investments, or try with the lowest risk possible, probably we won't learn to fly because it won't be enough. We won't have the opportunity really to learn and to you know, to be able to take risks, to be able to defy ourselves, to put ourselves into an uncomfortable position where we all will learn, where we definitely will learn. So it means that sometimes we need to make investments, money investments. Sometimes we need to put some money into an investment so we can learn how to fly. Does this story make sense to you? Do you feel it has some value? Do you identify with what I'm saying? If this all makes sense to you, drop me a 5. And if you will watch this on the replay, #replay. And if you want to share the story, write on the comments, share. And if you want to learn more about how am I building my team and my business online, and how am I making leads and sales, and really taking risks and doing some investments and learning how to fly. If you want to learn how to fly, please write on the comments more info or tell me more, and I will reach to you. So this is Antonio Norton. Grab your freedom. I hope you liked this story, and we will be here. I will be here, I hope, tomorrow for another story. So take care. Bye-bye.